Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yemini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the complete and speedy recovery of Sasson Betzalel ben Batya, Shaul Ben Berta, Fayga Sarah Bas Gittel, and Dalit Bas Shoshana. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in memory of Shlomo ben Edward and Edward ben Shaul. May their souls be uplifted and their memories a blessing. This week's Parsha Perspective is sponsored by Yoram and Yael Cohen and family. May Hashem bless them with much health, success, and happiness. This week is a double Torah portion, Parshas Vayakhel and Pekudei, and we finish the second book of the Torah, Sefer Shemos, the book of Exodus. Our parshas begin with Moshe descending from Har Sinai, from Mount Sinai, with the second pair of tablets, the second pair of Luchos. He did so only after successfully attaining forgiveness from Hashem for the sin of the Egel Azav, the golden calf. He then gathered the Jewish nation to teach them the intricate laws of constructing the Mishkan, the tabernacle. The Torah portion then goes through the construction of the Mishkan and all of its components, from the beams and sockets that made the walls of the Mishkan to the priestly garments that was worn during service. And once it was completed, Hashem instructed Moshe to assemble the Mishkan and purify all its vessels to prepare them for service. He then anointed his brother Aaron and his 4 sons to act as Kohanim, as priests, to perform the daily tasks in the Mishkan. Once God's presence rested upon the Mishkan, no one, including Moshe, was allowed to enter the Mishkan except for the Kohanim, the priests. However, a question comes to mind. When the Mishkan was completed, the Pasuk writes, Vayar Moshe es kol hamalacha v'hinei asu oisei kasher tziva Hashem kein asu vayevarach oisei Moshe. And Moshe saw that they performed all the work that God had commanded. So they did, and so Moshe blessed them. But why does the Pasuk repeat the fact that the Jewish nation did the work that God told them to? Furthermore, the previous pasuk writes, "Kechol asher tziva Hashem as Moshe ken asu as bnei Yisrael ve'es kol avoda." And just as God commanded Moshe, so did the Jewish nation do all the work. Why does the Torah first use the term avoda for work and then switch in the latter pasuk to the word malacha, which means the same thing? Why does the pasuk change wording referring to the construction of the Mishkan? The Or HaChaim HaKadosh, Rav Chaim Ibn Attar, writes on this pasuk that Moshe was amazed at the speed of the construction for the Mishkan. When Moshe saw how swiftly they constructed the Mishkan, he praised them by repeating that they did what Hashem commanded them. And although they sinned with the golden calf, with the Egel Azav, just a few months prior, their enthusiasm for the Mishkan showed their love for Hashem. The Or HaChaim HaKadosh continues that Moshe uses both avodah and melacha because they have different overtones. The term avodah comes from the shirish, the root word of eved, which means slave, suggesting that the Jewish nation were forced to build the Mishkan. So Moshe used the word melacha, which has no such implications, when he saw how amazing and quickly they did the job of constructing the Mishkan. However, the Rabbeinu Bachaya, Batya ben Asher, gives a deeper and more profound explanation. He writes that Moshe used both avodah and melacha because he's referring to 2 types of work. The term avodah is connected with the holy work that the Kohanim did in the Mishkan. The word melacha is associated with the 6 days of creation, as we say during Kiddush each week, Vayichal Elokim b'yom hashvi mikol malachta asher asa, and God finished by the 7th day all the work that he had done. The Rabbeinu Bachaya explains that when Moshe saw the completed Mishkan, it was the same as the vision of the Mishkan that Hashem showed him in fire. So he commended their work by repeating that they had done exactly what Hashem told him to do. And therefore Moshe prayed the Jewish people and said that they completed the avodah, the work, comparing their job to that of the Kohanim's job in the Mishkan. And this signifies that the Mishkan's construction had the same level of holiness and sanctity as the Kohen's job in the Mishkan itself. And then Moshe used the term melacha because the amount of detail and effort that went into the construction is similar to that of Hashem's during the 6 days of creation. Moshe is comparing the results of the unique and precise designs to the intricate world that Hashem created. And since the Jewish people put an exceptional amount of effort into building the Mishkan, Moshe reiterated how unique and holy the work really was. In our daily life, it is imperative that we understand that achieving success is built on the many small choices and the many details we choose to focus on every single day. Whether your aim is to create a successful business or a family with strong sense of value and purpose, it is attention to detail that will lead you on the road towards success. for it can be the smallest decisions that make the largest difference in the long run. There's an amazing quote that I once heard. A person's accomplishments in life are the cumulative effect of their attention to detail. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.